my name is Amy Hall. I'm an attorney with Montana Legal Services Association based in Helena. We are a statewide law firm that provides free legal assistance to Montanans who cannot afford private attorneys. And I'm here today to talk about the federal economic stimulus payments that we've heard so much about. So President Trump has signed a bipartisan $2 trillion economic relief plan related to the COVID-19 epidemic. And this plan is to offer assistance to tens of millions of American households affected by the pandemic. Its components include stimulus payments to individuals, expanded unemployment coverage, student loan changes, and changes to the retirement account rules, and more. What we're going to focus on is the economic stimulus payments. So, what is the amount of those payments, first of all? Most adults will get about $1,200, although some adults will get less than that. For every qualifying child age 16 or under, the payment would be $500 in addition to whatever payments the adults in that household get. So how is that amount being calculated? The amount is based on your income. So a single adult, if you're a single adult with a Social Security number and you have an adjusted gross income of $75,000 or less, you will get the full amount of $1,200. Married couples with no children earning $150,000 or less will receive a total of $2,400, $1,200 for each spouse. And taxpayers filing as head of household will get the full payment, the $1,200, if they earned $112,500 or less. If you make above those income figures, then the payment decreases until it stops altogether for single people earning $99,000 or married people who have no children and earn $198,000 per year. In any given family, and in most instances, everyone must have a valid Social Security number to be eligible for these payments. There is an exception for members of the military, however. So what year's income is used in determining what level of income you had and whether you're qualified for these payments and how much? The basic answer is it's your income from 2019, so last year's income that qualifies you for these payments. If you haven't yet prepared a tax return for 2019, you can also use your 2018 return. And if you haven't filed that yet, you can use a 2019 Social Security statement that shows your income to see what an employer reported to the IRS. So if you are on Social Security and you don't usually file a federal income tax return, the federal government will use the Social Security's 1099 tax form to send out these economic stimulus payments. You do not have to file a tax return if you receive Social Security as your income for 2019. There was some talk initially that you might have to file a federal return just to get the economic stimulus payment, but that's no longer the case. They will use the Social Security data on who receives benefits for you to get that check. So how will these payments be transmitted to you? If the Internal Revenue Service already has your bank account information from your 2019 or 2018 returns, it will transfer the money to you by a direct deposit to your bank account based on the income tax figures that it already has. And if the IRS has your bank account information, those payments are expected to be received in your bank account by April 17th. So hopefully those payments will be in circulation sooner rather than later. Another question we have received is, what are the consequences of these economic stimulus payments? Do you have to pay taxes on the stimulus payment amount? And the answer to that is no. These payments are not included in your taxable income. And the other piece of good news is that they also won't count against you for Social Security, supplemental Social Security income, which is SSI, or Medicaid or SNAP or federal housing benefits that you may receive. You don't have to worry about having to count that additional $1,200 as part of your income or part of your assets for those benefits. If you have not filed a tax return and you aren't not receiving Social Security as your income, then it is a good idea to go ahead and file a 2019 tax return with the federal government so that hopefully you will qualify for a payment under this economic stimulus plan. What if, another question we've received is, what if you did not link your bank account when you filed your 2019 or 2018 tax return? How will you get your money if the IRS doesn't already have your bank account information? The IRS will send those payments to the address listed on your tax return. If they're using the 2019 tax return, they'll mail it to that address. If they're using the 2018 tax information, then they will mail it to the address on your 2018 tax return. If you need to submit a change of address or a change in your bank account to the IRS, the best option would be to go on the IRS's website, which is irs.gov, to submit that change of address so that you don't experience a delay in receiving those payments. Again, I am Amy Hall with Montana Legal Services Association, and if you have any trouble receiving the economic stimulus payment that you are expecting based on the new federal act, please contact us. You can apply online through our website, which is mtlsa.org, or through our toll-free number, which is 1-800-666-6899. You can also find up-to-date legal information about your rights related to these payments on our website at montanalawhelp.org. Thank you.